It's not on. Is that on over there? No. Thank you. Chief takes care of.
I will usually turn it off for me. You don't usually turn it off.
Let's all rise. This is for the regular meeting for the city of Ellsworth, February 12th, 2024. Let's say the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, we have a very limited agenda tonight, and we'll get through it. Tonight's consent agenda, approval of January 22nd, council meeting minutes. We also have the approval of February airport advisory board minutes, includes the claim ordinance A01-0124.
We can use it by Darcy. Yeah. Yeah.
Anybody see anything strange? No? Mr. Mayor, I would make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second.
Councilor Renard has made a motion to approve the consent agenda. Councilor Hanson has seconded that motion. Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion carries. Petitions and delegations. For all comments, please state your full name and whether you're an Ellsworth City resident. All comments are limited to 5 minutes per subject. Let City Council have further questions. Would anybody like to come up and approach the council? Oh, Mr. Kennedy, come on up.
Weird being on this side of everything. Mayor, Council, thanks for letting me present here this evening. I'm not a city resident anymore, but I am still active and involved with our Men's Golf Association. Request this evening is really twofold. One being to allow for the Men's Golf Association in conjunction and along with the Ellsworth Golf Course in the city of Ellsworth to apply for a grant from Horse Rider Charitable Foundation, of which the city of Ellsworth is a named beneficiary of that charitable foundation. Then the second part of that is to, with how the general fund works, to release those funds or be a paying agent, as you had mentioned, for those funds with regards to accepting that grant. So let me pass this back to you. Sorry, I should have done this first. This started about 2 years ago. Annually, we try to do, as an organization, we try to do something for the course every year, just to give back and appreciation for them allowing us to use their space on a weekly basis and being flexible with us and just really gracious with the space and their time. So 2 years kind of in the works, but working with Patrick and Colby at the golf course, we really think we've figured out a thing something to do with the space outside of the clubhouse. And really, so our whole idea here was to create just an extension of the patio and something else for people to be able to do that also rent that space. This is something that's included for all community groups or organizations or weddings that rent that space. This would be something that they will be able to use. To date, we have raised $13,300 towards this project. That first page there shows all of our quoted and anticipated costs. These are all, everything that we're gonna be doing as far as contractors is gonna be done with local contractors. Kyler and Son Concrete, Focal Point Stonework, excuse me. So they're gonna be doing all the work for us, but, the request is, well, first of all, I guess, one of Patrick's requirements, for this project and something that Dustin has echoed is that we're not gonna do one thing up there until 100% of the funds are raised. We're not gonna be in a situation where we have authorized a project and then all of a sudden it's stuck, we need more money. No, we're not doing that. The big thing to keep in mind too, that this space, we're just helping with the project, but before, during, after the project, the city of Ellsworth controls that space. It is your space. You ultimately tell us what to do. We're just providing ideas, and if you say that's a good idea, we're gonna go forth and we're gonna help that done.
You're not doing any type of splash pad, are you?
But we are not. No drainage basin or anything. Yeah.
Is this to the east side of the building?
The east side of the building, yeah. So page 2, that picture there on it. Kind of pictorial drawing, Josh Wongelsdorf did a nice rendition for us. So ideally, when this space is complete, you obviously have that patio area where the fire pit is and then the retaining wall. But then at some point in time in some project down the road, we're gonna have to look at something for shade and seating and everything like that. That's not what we're concerned about here. It's deceiving, and we've had this conversation when we've met about it. You might think it's not windy or just breezy in town, but you get out to the golf course right there, it's windy. It's very windy. So, we'll have to keep that in mind when we look at patio furniture and everything in the future. It's gonna have to be able to withstand the sun and the wind. So that's a big thing, but we're not concerned about that today. If you give us the okay, what we're able to do here is fully satisfy our initial funding requests. And we can get this part of the project done and completed.
I think everybody likes the idea. I mean, is anybody opposed to it? No.
I have one question.
Yes.
Right now, there's hookups there where people drive over and wash their golf carts.
Yep.
Are we gonna have any water available out further east to wash golf carts and stuff?
Yeah, I'll say, so we designed this with the knowledge that there is a lot of utility connections right there. And Patrick, I'll let you.
That, that property hydrant that is sitting there is just simply going to get moved to the other side of the fence.
Oh.
Directly behind the dumpster.
And the other question I have, and I don't wanna put Chief on the spot, but do we have an ordinance saying anything about the citizens of the golf course, since the car wash is out there? Are they able to drive from the golf course to the car wash and back?
So we have an ordinance in the city that allows citizens to drive, basically anything but a four-wheeler in the community, whether it be a side-by-side or a micro utility vehicle or a golf cart. They just have to come down to the city, the police department, register with the city, provided they have insurance on the vehicle or the golf cart or whatever, has been registered with the register of deeds, so we're obtaining the taxes back on that. And then they have a flag on the vehicle and they have a slow moving vehicle sign.
Okay.
And once they put those on there and they get the license from the city, then they're free to drive them in essence anywhere within the city,
Okay,
with the exception of the state highways.
okay, sounds
And we
good.
passed that a couple years ago, you were on council, so we do have it on the books now.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, I've used my 5 minutes.
That's okay. Yeah, you got it. Appreciate it, Mark.
Too bad.
All right, so we're gonna vote on it or? Yeah, I think we should make a
Might as
motion to
well,
vote on it, yeah.
I'll make a motion that we approve the funds from the, what fund?
Well, I think the motion should read that you authorize the application of.
Application of funds for
And
that.
then releasing the grant funds for this, for this project
I
specifically.
make that motion.
I'll second.
All right, Council Panther has made a motion and Council Johnson has seconded that motion to apply for a grant to permit the Elbridge Golf Course to continue with the patio project. Any opposition to that? No, all right. All hearing aye, all in favor, say aye. Opposed? All right, motion carried. Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Mark.
Smart.
All right, on the new business, USD 327 contract extension.
Yeah.
Pretty self-explanatory. Come on up, Patrick.
This is pretty straightforward. This is just a continuation of our agreement we had last year. This is just re-upping the contract with USD 327 for this year. That, the golf course will maintain the football field with the fertilizer apps and irrigation and all that stuff. So,
So question,
sure.
with the irrigation, assuming you're not, you guys aren't running up there,
Anytime we run up there and fix irrigation, they get billed for it.
well, okay, but as far as how often it gets watered, or are they?
I
Like
generally
you think it-
tell them not to touch me.
Okay,
Yeah,
I just,
if I could lock the box, I could, but it doesn't have a latch, so. But yeah, I pretty much direct them not to touch the box.
okay. I just kind of wanted to make sure you were, so with all those applications, it's a lot.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, we were getting plenty of water on them, so. okay.
Yep.
All right,
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion to extend the contract with USD 327 that the golf course handles football field maintenance. I'll second.
Council Hanson has made a motion to approve the contract extension for the football field maintenance. Council Coach has seconded that motion. This is with USD 327. Any debate, discussion, ideas? All right, hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? All right, motion carries.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Yeah, insurance agency request for proposal. Come on up.
Mr. Mayor, permission to speak. So, there were three, this is an RFP I did for insurance. I don't know if you want to hear from them, but we've got three submissions. One from Lucas Sparta, one from Josiah Frost and Iron Insurance, and one from me. But anyway, the RFP has. They've already submitted their answers for the RFP. And based on the results, there were, he was the most ahead of the game because he brought the two quotes in, which is what I originally planned for the 2 months after your approval to this month. So he's way ahead of the game. Josiah Frost answered the question and submitted. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
And, if I may, those are the two top carriers in Kansas right now that are insuring municipalities, Continental Western and EMC. EMC has dominated the market since the mid-80s when they started the program. Continental Western is a Berkshire Hathaway company. They're kind of getting involved in this space in Kansas now. They've been here for 3 years now total, just opened up the market to all agencies last year. And so as soon as I knew, when I took over your guys' insurance last year at the EMC, I knew I was going to Travelers, EMC and Continental Western to cover our three basic markets, and Travelers declined because they require a 3% wind hail deductible. Aaron, you kind of, that's anymore, we get a percentage deductible on wind hail. So basically they were out, they said, we're not going to compete with EMC and Continental Western. One of the highlights from one of the proposals is with EMC, they renewed the account with the $75,000 wind hail deductible. I simply told them that was not going to work and they need to come down to 10 because we were looking at Continental Western. This is the first year they really had competition with you guys. Outside of that, I mean, I've been coming to the city every quarter to do quarterly reviews with each department head. I've been covered, when I first took over the insurance, I covered $1 million worth of buildings that weren't even covered on the policy. That is why I continue to do my quarterly reviews. Ellsworth is near and dear to my heart. Don't live here now, but grew up here for 18 years, made me the man I am today. And my agency also reflects that. We're from a small town, Riley, Kansas. It was just my boss and his dad. My boss took over in 82 after going to insurance school, and he said in his, he said his 42nd year in insurance this year. So, so we started out in a small town. We saw those small town values, like my boss, he's on the contact sheet. If you guys ever need anything, you can call him on his cell phone even. But no, we're just really dedicated to the city of Ellsworth and want to continue our partnership with the insurance here until indefinitely, I suppose. So I appreciate you guys' consideration and choosing me as a broker, and that's why I made the drive down here to show you how committed I am. So
Very good, we appreciate that. Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, Lucas.
We don't need to make any motion or anything, do we?
That's really council's call. We do need to get moving on who we want to be our agent. Because in the next part of the process is I wanted to issue a contract, whatever agent you did. And then that gives the agent enough time to come up with the quotes that they need, and then I gotta get that back to council, so you can select which contract and which insurance carrier you want us to go with, which will be a new contract for the insurance policy and such. Right now, this selection, I'm just asking for guidance on which agent you would like me to select. If you're willing.
Have you got any response from any other agents?
Josiah Frost is the only other one. This New York was submission kind of caught me by surprise. I don't know who they are. They don't talk to me. But Josiah Frost has been visiting with us rather regularly along with Mr. Lucas, trying to get our business. Iron Insurance Partners is a lot bigger agency. But the advantage to the bigger agency is they also have some things that the smaller ones don't. However, Lucas has been here providing personalized service, which is kind of what I was hoping to get from an agent.
Well, in my opinion, you're the one that's directly gonna be involved with the insurance agency on claims and different things. So if it's your recommendation to go with them, that's what I would vote for. If it's not, I won't vote for it. So what's your recommendation then?
Well, Kelly, your staff has,
We work directly with Lucas a lot on a lot of different things, and he has been nothing but stellar to work with.
Because
Well, I
as a council, we've got to trust you guys because you're running
Yeah,
the city.
he's very proactive and on his game. I mean, we'll approve something at council and he'll already be emailing about it the next day without us even telling him about it.
yeah.
Well, and I guess if this Josiah wanted it bad enough, he'd have been here.
Yeah.
He'd have driven over here.
So we just leave it alone.
Yeah,
Leave it where it's at.
Yeah, that's what you guys like.
How's that sound?
Good.
Okay, I like it.
Okay.
Do you need
May
a
I-
formal motion?
I would request one, please. Let's close out the RFP.
I make a motion that we resume with the insurance that we have going on at this time with no exceptions at this time.
I just wanted to make it.
I'll second that.
All right, Counselor, Panther's made a motion, Counselor Bernard has seconded that motion to continue with the, current insurance. Any questions about that or concerns? All right, seeing none, all those in favor say aye. Opposed? All right, motion carries.
Justin, were you gonna say something?
I just wanted to say, this is just me fulfilling what you requested of me after we had the special meeting last year. So thank you.
thank you.
You're welcome. So moving into the department heads. Chief, you have anything besides nothing? Okay, fire department's not here. Patrick, did you have anything else?
No, sir.
All right, see anybody else back there, department head wise? I don't. So that said, we've got city attorney business here in a minute. City clerk, do you have any final?
I was just gonna bring it to your attention that David Swati with Swati's Produce came in this morning and asked if it was okay that they still continue their farmers market where they always have. I told him if there were gonna be any issues with it, I would let him know, but I was just gonna bring it to your attention. So
I'm good with that.
I figured you wouldn't have any issues, so I didn't knock them.
City administrator, any final comments?
No, Mayor.
All right,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Council, Tyler, you have anything?
I don't think so.
Okay, Jessica?
No.
Aaron?
The only thing I had is, I had somebody mention that on the dirt roads, they felt like we were losing the crown of the dirt road, so I don't know. That kind of came with the same person that asked about the grader that I brought up. Since we don't use that one anymore, so.
So
Pass it along.
just to make sure I understand it correctly, this individual feels like the dirt roads are losing the crown.
Right.
Okay.
Mine's flat, with the flat.
Okay.
Pair of legs is just.
Aaron, do you have anything else?
That's it.
Don, do you have?
Darcy, do you have anything?
I do, actually, I know, and I know I've talked to Dustin, I know in the last report, it's a house on, I don't know what street it is, like 10th, 11th, 12th, somewhere in there. It was on that the property owner, I think he's been talked to, and that he was supposed to be cleaning it up. He's not cleaning it up, there's more stuff being hauled in there, it looks awful, and I know Dustin said the state was gonna get involved. But in the meantime, I think we need to stay on him, because the neighbors are complaining, that he's bringing more, they're accumulating more junk than we're getting rid of, and it's just spreading out to the east of his house.
I do know that the state visited this week, so I will get with Delvin to make sure that we stay on.
Thank you.
Since Darcy brought that up, I'll go last. I'd like to go in executive session with the city council and the mayor. Dustin, you can wait outside and with Patrick. And then after this executive session, we may be calling you back in.
What is?
Just for elected personnel.
Not elected personnel.
Are we talking about the same executive session that we're talking about, Patrick, or is this a different one?
That's a great question because we have.
We got, Don, here, just real quick, before you make a motion. We're looking at possibly 3 more executive sessions. One could be short. Is this separate from?
Yes, let's make it 4.
Okay,
We might have multiple executive sessions tonight and they'll each be a different topic and I think.
Okay.
Councilmember Panzer has one he wants. to-
okay, yeah, that's cool. That's what I want to know.
It'll be
I-
non-elected personnel. How long we have to add?
10 minutes for mine.
Okay. so-
I didn't see, Dave Buckles is back there.
Honestly, thank you. Jay, did you have anything?
Okay, just making sure.
Okay, and I don't have any comments. We can just get started.
To come out at like 7:12, 6:12.
Okay,
You're
so
supposed to put,
you're,
yeah, you're supposed to put the end time in your motions.
Yeah.
but Yeah.
And what are you gonna be, just?
Non-elected personnel, subject matter is to discuss the performance of non-elected personnel. Justification is, the non-elected personnel justification under KSA.
Yeah, if you need, after these executives, if you need any communication, please direct me towards me. That'd be okay? Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
See,
He's our attorney.
I'll email it to you,
I
Kelly.
respect
I've
him
got
for
it.
that. You don't tell me to do that.
Do it.
Oh, okay.
I'll email it to you. I'm sorry, I didn't do
Just
this.
make it known
Got it.
that he wants to-
6:12.
so you're going in,
Dan, are you gonna be available?
I
in the
thought he said
morning?
10 minutes. Oh, yeah.
Maybe,
You're
yeah.
supposed to say what time you come
Yeah, I
out.
need
I
to
know,
know
but
because.
he
we're
said
going
10
to
minutes.
press-
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Six
don't.
oh five. I'll take us around. Say 6:05.
If I can talk, I can call, you can call me.
Welcome, Patrick.
Well, I need to know what all 4 of them are for number 1.
I'm gonna email with.
Yeah, he can let me know and I
Callie will
can.
come back out and she'll take notes for everything.
Yeah.
She can email me, or you
I
can
can
come
let-
back and watch us do it.
Do I?
You can come and go.
I mean, you can come and go if you want, but I can let you know, Alan. I can send you an
Well,
email.
can I call you in the
You can
morning?
call me as soon
Let
as
me
you
know
want,
what-
yes.
What happened?
Yes,
And then I can get in paperwork. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll just do that. And you'll be there first thing in the morning?
yep.
Okay.
Okay. There's gonna be nothing after the executive. So I can.
No, yeah, that's the end. You don't want to.